call caucus to order. Tonight, number one, this is going up for its third reading, and we're looking to adopt this. I don't think it needs to be emergency.
No, just passage.
Just looking for passage tonight. Number two is an ordinance authorizing the village to enter into a master agreement with Verdantas. Number three is street sidewalks, public parks, buildings, grounds, general improvements, and ordinance accepting the project quotation from the Main Light Electric Company. This is for the light at the intersection of Bailey and Halleck Young. The next one is an ordinance authorizing the purchase of one 2026 Western Star salt truck, and that is through the Ohio Co-op program, being purchased from CSI Western Star. And number five is an ordinance from council as a whole establishing the authorized strength, hourly wages, and other terms of remuneration for the permanent full-time zoning clerk. So this one, it looks like we're going to take somebody and we are going to put them into a zoning clerk position instead of a assistant position. So we're going to change that position. Number six is from council as a whole, an ordinance amending and supplementing ordinance 10-2026. What's that?
I have still some.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. An ordinance amending and supplementing ordinance 10-2026, which authorized the village of Lordstown to enter into an amended master agreement with Dynegy Energy. So I'm not familiar with this one. What changed?
Well, two things, and I was just going to bring this up to you. It says effective May 1st.
You're talking about number 6.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be August 1st.
So to provide electric supply effective August 1st?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
with opt-out provisions for the residents. So did we lock into a rate?
he sent me an email today at .104, which is below the .105 that we had set as a cap, but he wants to make sure as of tomorrow.
But he's making a year and a half instead of a year.
Because he's changing it to a year and a half.
Okay.
Not year and four, yeah, year and a half.
Okay.
It's a 1.01 mark?
1.0.
0.4.
1.104.
0.104. Okay. I mean, I thought lock it in when it was there, because we had already authorized anything less than 105.
Honestly, I told him yesterday, or not yesterday, over the weekend, I needed something for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't, and he emailed me this morning, he didn't think he'd have it. Then this afternoon, right before I came here, he sent what I just told you, .104, but for 16 months.
Okay.
And if that's not acceptable, he will confirm that tomorrow, but
Okay. All right, so council should pass this emergency tonight. Okay.
16 months beginning August 1st.
August 1st, yeah.
So when's that put a renewal in?
July, June, May.
We're in the winter.
December, 1st of December.
No.
February.
February.
I heard somebody said.
So that's going to put us right back into the winter.
16 months.
16 months, a year and 4 months.
February, a year and a half.
August? Is it a year and a half or is it 16 months?
It's 16 months.
So yeah, 1st December.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That was 18.
the only question I have for him is if you've seen the information he sent before, he has a list of choices, 12 months, 16 months, 24 months, and I think 36, which I didn't get that, and I asked him for that. But I believe he sent the 16 months because that was the best rate that he got at this point in time.
So you have to think when that expires, you're going to be right back into the thick of the winter.
Yeah.
And not renewing at the best rate. Once again, you're just going to put yourself right back where you started on
Was
this.
the 12-month one higher then? Was it over what we wanted?
I don't know yet, that's what I was, he usually sends that, but he didn't send it to me this time. And I sent an email, he didn't respond before I came tonight, so.
Unless unless you, I don't know, I don't like the 16-month term, just because it puts you back into the winter, so if you could get something like 18 to 24 months, that would be nice.
Or 12.
Or, yeah, or just 12 to take us right back
Well-
to the nice weather.
Hold on a second. There was one other rate on there. It was, I think there was a 24, but that was .105, which is what we,
You said the cap was one.
Had to be below that.
now the next,
Right.
the other one that he sent was 28 months, .1052. So you're back into the same type of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, the only thing I can tell you is, we have until, to make a decision.
Till when?
I think the first meeting in June. Otherwise, then we're gonna miss the, August start date. So,
Okay, we'll see what the rate, what he comes up with tomorrow, right?
Well, you just want to go first reading on this then?
And you can amend it?
Or you could do emergency and you can still amend it. If you want to get it passed, that way you're locked in.
I don't,
Well, I mean, if you guys pass it on the 16 months, in its time, we bound ourselves into
You're
a
bound.
contract.
yeah, I don't do that.
Do you want to do?
Go first reading.
Yeah.
Just do
I mean,
first reading.
Okay.
Mark, if he's proposing 16 months, can he set an updated billing rates for his contracts? Because the 16 months is not a term in the contract that they gave us.
Right, so we got,
Okay.
that's fine.
So we didn't need another word, just a new agreement.
I mean, we're going to want to, it'd be a new agreement we would attach to the ordinance. And I thought there was an ordinance that had the August 1st dates in there that I prepared. So that should be the one we want to make sure we use.
Right.
This is August 1st. So, yeah, I mean, it would be a new ordinance because it's a new agreement being attached to it.
But to get that August 1st starting date, Mark, we'd have to make the decision next meeting.
You definitely by next meeting.
Right.
So,
Okay.
the only issue you run into, I mean, I hate to belabor this, but this was, actually, this was a good price. I was surprised that it came down below 105. So, if we could get that, it would be nice. It would be also nice if we can get it for 12 months. This is what he threw at me the last minute, so.
Okay. All right. Anything else about that one? Okay. Number 7 is an ordinance accepting the quote from Ganley Chevrolet of Aurora for the purchase of one new 2025 Chevy Tahoe.
I got a little change in section 4.
Yeah.
The account is 3.210.5500, which is the capital improvement fund, and we would normally take it out of there. But then today, we had that vehicle replacement fund, which is, so now it's 55005.
Okay.
So we should
What page
take
are you on, Bill?
50. So we should take that out of there.
On section 4, you want to remove,
At the bottom, just put, where it says 303.210.55005.
005, okay, well,
Scratch out police capital account and put vehicle replacement.
okay.
You could take it out of either one, but we should take it out of replacement.
Okay. All right.
That's what we discussed at the safety meeting, where we come from.
All right. Number 8 is an ordinance accepting the quotes from Vance's Law Enforcement to purchase firearms, accessories, and other ammunition for the Lordstown Police Department. And that's it. Does anybody have questions on any of those, or I guess I should have stopped with each one, but all were going to be emergency except for what we talked about.
Number 6.
Yeah, number 1 would be third reading.
Third reading and passage on 1.
And then number 6 would
just first reading.
first reading on 6. So, that's all that any other discussion on the legislation? Any questions on the bills? All right, then I'd like to introduce our Trumbull County Treasurer, Agostino Ragazzino. Did I say it right?
Yep.
Okay. So he contacted me just a couple weeks ago through a letter, just wanting to introduce him. He wanted to have a meeting with me and introduce himself, and I told him just to come here, and then we could all get the same conversation at the same time and put a face to the name. And he had a couple of talking points that he wanted to go over, but I'll let you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself. Yeah, if you want to. It's up to you, or you can stay there.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, you can stay there.
So,
It's pretty informal.
I'm Agostino Ragazzino, I'm the county treasurer. I started in September. And so I came down really to get to know what I've done. I'm trying to get out into the townships and the cities and the villages, but I'm starting with the cities and the villages to begin with, just to get to know the other leadership in the county and to talk about things like, I'm sure you guys have questions about delinquencies and what the treasurer actually does. So my job, and I know everybody's going to say you can lower our taxes, right? The treasurer doesn't have anything to do with actual property taxes, except for we collect them. That's what we do. We collect the property tax. So if you did notice, if you did receive a bill this year, your bills were a little bit different. If you didn't receive a bill because it's in your mortgage, you wouldn't have seen the new bills, but if you did, we changed the bills up a little bit. They were much more transparent. That's one of the things I've done. But what the actual treasurer does, besides collect property taxes, is we are the county checkbook. We take care of the county checkbook, and we actually invest the county's money. So the other thing that I did was we got a fiduciary that we moved our money to, and we went from a more liquid fund to a more long-term fund. So prior to me being there, it was more 80% liquid, 20% long-term. When you're investing, we did 80% long-term, 20% liquid. So my background, I should probably start there. My undergrad is accounting and finance. I spent about 12 years in banking and finance, 2 years in accounting, and then I got my master's degree in education and taught for about 10 years. And after I taught for about 10 years, one of my students who was into politics came to me and said, we want to talk to you. They want to talk to you at the county level. And I said, okay. So we talked, and I loved what I did as a teacher. I did it for 10 years. I worked for John F. Kennedy High School in Warren, Ohio. I taught math. I had a great time with my kids. I miss them a lot. I don't miss the teaching part too much, but I love to teach, but it was more about, opening kids' minds. But I thought, as the county treasurer, you're dealing with a lot of investments, which is my past, plus also educating the public, which is what I was doing also in my past. So I kind of brought my two specialties together, and that's what I'm doing now. So your school board, or your school treasurer, got in touch with me because you guys received less money this time than you did the last time, and that was because we did not receive payment from Foxconn, a large payment that you guys not only affected your school, but affected your town, your village. So that's why your delinquencies, that's why you guys didn't get as much this year to appropriate as you did last year. So the way it works at the county, if you don't know, you have really 3 departments that deal with appropriation. You have the treasurer's office, which collects the taxes. You have the auditor's office, which taxes you. So they're the ones that put the evaluations on your home. And then once the taxes are collected, the commissioners allocate those taxes. So that's how the county actually works. So we collect, they tax, commissioners allocate. So, really, me coming out here and actually sending the letters out was just to meet everybody else. And if there's any questions, I have cards. I'm more than willing to meet with anybody. I just want you to know that I'm there. I'm not just a quiet little, I mean, I stay in my lane, I do my job, but if you need me, I'm there. And
I like that you came out and were willing to stand up in front of everybody and introduce yourself.
I appreciate the invitation, actually.
Sure.
Like I said, I started with the cities and the villages. I do want to get out there and know what's going on in your towns and villages, and that's why I'm here. So I sent a letter to every mayor, and after I touch every village and city, then I'll start with the townships.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for him right now? No? Anybody have
Foxconn pay their bill?
Not yet. They are
Is
certified.
it Foxconn or is it
Well,
Crescent?
the reason for the higher delinquencies this year are three. Lugo, Foxconn, and what was the other one I said?
The railroad.
B&O Railroad.
So I find that
So, two of
entertaining
them-
that the PUCO and the B&O Railroad are two of our highest delinquency.
Correct. So they aren't certified delinquent because you still have till second half, so obviously there's two halves when you pay taxes. You're not certified delinquent until after second half closing. So B&O and PUCO aren't certified delinquent, but Foxconn is actually certified delinquent, so they did receive a letter from the treasurer's office. So you don't receive that letter until you become certified delinquent. So even though they're late and they haven't paid first half, we can't actually send them a letter because they're not certified delinquent until after the close of second half. So yes, they're late, but they're not delinquent.
Okay. And what steps will you take to collect?
Great question. Once we close and they're certified delinquent, that's when the letters go out.
Okay.
So the letter already went out to Foxconn because they are certified delinquent. And we'll do one of two things. So that's when either they'll come in and pay in full or they'll get on a payment plan. Most of the time, companies like that pay in full. They don't go on a payment plan.
Plus 10%.
Plus 10%, correct.
I pay my taxes on time.
How do you know that?
But then the people have paid.
Actually, that's after 10 days. So the first 10 days, it's 5% delinquency. After 10 days, it's 10% delinquency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Any other questions?
Yeah, is there anybody that wants to ask him something? You're welcome to.
Well, like I said, I'm going to give you a card.
Yeah.
And you can have it for the, or I can give you guys all the cards. You can keep the
Leave us
card.
a few.
Almost spit in front of the whole entire
Oh,
council.
that's all right. We would have saved you.
Thank you.
It's always good to have that.
10%. So do we get more money of that 10%?
Thank you.
Or you guys keep all that? That's game.
No, 10%, that goes, certified delinquency goes into the delinquencies. That's county money.
That's counting.
Ah, yeah.
That's county money.
Can I have one?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
But that money also gets allocated
For where?
to the townships and villages. So you do get a small percentage of that money.
Like through the commissioner's allocation?
Correct.
Okay, to give back.
Correct.
Interesting. All right.
So what you normally got from Foxconn, you'll get a little more.
All right, we look forward to that.
As soon as we get it,
Yeah.
it gets distributed.
Checks in the
So we distribute twice a year, obviously, you guys already know that. During, after close the first half and after close the second half. So you wouldn't get anything from Foxconn until after close the second half. So your second half allocation will be much larger than your first half allocation.
Okay.
Keep in mind, yes ma'am.
what happens if Foxconn, say Foxconn does not pay at all? And they're delinquent and they go beyond delinquent, what happens then?
Well, if they were a private owner, we would move to foreclosure.
Right?
But for Foxconn, we would only be able to do something legal, and that would be on the legal team.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Great question.
Good to know. All right, well, thanks for coming in.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
We appreciate that. It's not every day we get visits from county elected
Well, I like to
officials.
hear that. I want to make sure that people know that I'm out there.
Well, it's nice, to be remembered by the county elected officials, I mean,
Appreciate that.
being a village and having our own,
And I was very happy you guys were the first ones that...
I did, yes, I responded right away.
Yeah, she did respond. I've had a few other responses. City of Gerard, McDonald, so I'm waiting to hear from them.
All right,
Yeah.
have fun with those.
I will, I'm sure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Okay, next on my list is a Kunkel discussion. Just giving Deb a break over here.
I'm afraid.
We received an email, Kelly and I received an email from the land bank letting us know that the funding was approved.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
since you brought up the land bank,
Yes.
I'm the chairman of the land bank. I probably should have said that. I forgot because I was in the charge of it. So I wear two hats.
Uh-huh.
So if there's any questions on the land bank,
Okay.
that's also me.
Yeah, do you want to? We have a building that we're looking to demolish, so I know that the funding was approved, so we're going to get that
Our
done.
partner, TMP.
Yes.
So you're dealing with Matt?
Well, Ashley and Matt.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So they are our partner in the land bank, but I'm the chairman of the board, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Well, now we know.
Yeah.
I did not know that before.
Yep.
So thank you.
I completely forgot about it. Sorry. Take care, you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye. Okay, so we have to decide soon, preferably tonight, what, if any, of the Kunkel structures do you want to have demolished? And, I did ask Ashley if we chose not to, would it be to their detriment that we back out of the demolition? She said it wouldn't. She would just end up with extra money in her budget. She could allocate it to something else. So there's no pressure to go through with this. However, if you sell this property to somebody else, the ordinance still sits with that property as a nuisance property. So the next person who owns it is going to be notified that they are going to have to remediate or demolish the buildings. And if they don't, you're going to notify them that we're going to give it to the land bank to demolish.
So we're back to the same place.
You're right back to the same place. So you have to decide whether or not, if you want to demolish buildings, which ones you want to demolish, or do you want to try to sell it out? My recommendation would be to demolish the classroom portion right now, because that's the reason why we were looking at this to begin with. Leave the storage portion, and then we would pay 25%. However, these estimates that we received were for demolition of all of the structures and removal of the asphalt. So she said $25,000 based on this $106,000. These were estimates that were obtained. These aren't formal bids. These were estimates that were obtained for the land bank so that they knew what kind of funding to ask for.
Why would you remove the asphalt?
Just if there's nothing there, you put it back. You reclaim it.
You're gonna haul in topsoil and everything?
That's usually how the land bank demolitions go. You remove all of the asphalt, all the buildings and the asphalt.
Oh, yeah, but if you leave those other buildings, you don't need to tear up that parking lot.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, these estimates were for removal of everything.
So you have to rebid it for the classrooms.
if council chooses to just demolish the classroom portion, then I need to go back to her and tell her that is all we want to do. She will put out the bid, the official bid, to the contractors for that only. And then,
So you have to get it appraised to sell it, and then put a price tag on it.
after the demolition is done, if that's what you guys want to do. Did you find out,
We're not ready yet for the sale.
can it be sold? We don't know.
I think so, it's gonna take some time.
There's reversionary language in the deed with the federal government, and it has to be used for public use. That language would have to be, released before we could sell it to a private entity.
Okay.
Did you ever catch up with her, man?
No. And in fact, last time I called, I just kept getting a busy signal when I called that number. But I hadn't heard from an attorney on the federal government side, which is what I asked for, so.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like a sale is probably not,
It's gonna be a while.
yeah, it's gonna be a while. So in the meantime, we have this funding that's available, and
the ordinance.
the ordinance that is,
So the list is gonna cost us 25 grand, it's gonna be less because it's only the classroom.
well,
You would think.
Yeah.
they're gonna have to do a survey on it. I don't believe that the survey that we have for it, the asbestos survey, I don't believe that it's current or it wasn't done thoroughly. I can't remember. It might have been done. So we would have to pay for an asbestos survey. If there's any asbestos left in the building, that would have to be removed. We don't
That was done
know.
before, wasn't it, Bill?
I thought so.
Yeah, all this.
Some of it, but the boiler was still there. So there might still be something left, residual, that didn't get done. I don't know. So this is just the demolition quotes. So you'd have to, I don't know, I'm trying to think. I mean, it's not an exact number. Like, I don't have anything to sit here and say, yes, I know
They'd
it's
have to
gonna be
rebid it.
$50,000, but, I mean, it's just gonna be whatever the price ends up being, the village is responsible for 25%. They do have a policy where, if you give that property over to the land bank, there's zero cost to the village, but I don't even think that we could do that or would want to do that. But you could wash your hands of it, but why would you want to do that? That's the only way to get it at zero
The
cost.
village has money in that, then they spend a bunch of money on redoing that, and
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense to recoup your costs through a sale if you could.
We could tack that cost on to the sale, I believe.
I mean, technically, you had authorized me to sign a paper for them to demolish it already. So I just need you to tell me what buildings you want demolished, if any, and that's all I have to do is go back to her,
It'd be
and
worth more if we left the storage structures up
I think
on
so.
the market, if we're gonna try to sell it to recoup some of our expense.
and the parking lot.
And the parking lot, yeah, leave it in there. And just like you said, Jackie, just demo the classroom. That would get it off our ordinance. And relieve a, future owner of that obligation.
Yeah, that would be our remediation that we were required to do within 30 days. I think
That
it
would have to
was, I think it was 30 days.
It's either that or repeal the ordinance, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
What building and classrooms are we talking about here tonight?
Kunkel.
Which one's that?
The Kunkel building's at the Commerce Center.
Around 45.
Is that the
Don't
old?
worry.
It's just north of Metalco.
It's the old Army Reserve Base.
Okay, the old arm, okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
yep.
The only thing, when we consider tearing it down, all the utilities come in that boiler room. So if we save structures, we're gonna have to move the utilities. Water, sewer, electric, all that stuff.
Put a container around it.
How much that'll cost?
I don't think it would be, I mean, thousands of dollars, but not like hundreds of thousands of dollars to the utility.
Yeah, but if you're selling it, you could shut the power off, that's the new owner's problem.
You can shut it off, you still gotta get all that out of there, part that's in that classroom section.
Well, they're buying a building with no power, no water.
I'm not worried about that. I'm saying the hookups are in the classroom, you can't disrupt the wires out while you're tearing the building.
No, I know what you're saying.
No, they would be disconnected by the utility company.
Yeah, I agree with you, let them pay for it.
Yeah, why would you put a new service in there? They might wanna tear them down and build a new building there. The new owner would want.
It's always possible, you know, hypothetically, you know, if the Commerce Center decided that they wanted to buy it and absorb it, they may want to tear those buildings down and sell off that property to somebody else, or combine it and do something different. I don't know, run a railroad spur through there. I mean, there's so many possibilities of future owners. It's hard to say, but
Could you leave the boiler room? Just tear down the rest of it?
no, that's in the classroom side of things.
There's a pretty long hallway that goes to the boiler, you know.
Yeah, the location of it really wouldn't allow for it.
When do we have to make a decision?
She has her funding now, and she has to have an answer now on whether or not to put this out for bid. I mean, that was where council was at with it when we had this discussion, and you authorized me to sign the paper to move forward, was we wanted to demolish it.
Because I don't think at that time we thought that we were gonna
Weren't able to sell it.
Sell it,
We'll
yeah.
check that out.
Either way, if you sell it, the ordinance still stands that the demolition needs to occur
Right.
Or be remediated.
or be remediated.
Well, if you're advertising it with the storage buildings, it would probably, in the parking lot, have more value than it has as a vacant piece of property. The classrooms probably are limited use for most groups because of the way they're built. I would think you'd want to leave the storage structure standing.
I think that the storage structure, the part that's attached to the classroom should stay, and the auxiliary building across the way should probably stay. The classrooms were pretty deplorable and in disrepair and dangerous to enter into. So if that's, we can do that under new business, old business, whatever it may be.
Well, I think I'd agree with Jamie and just terminate the utilities and
I agree with that.
let the new owner sort it out what they want to do, because
Well,
we
that'd be
could
another
speculate
way to
all
do it.
day what
Makes sense.
somebody will do with it, but you don't know.
And they might want to rewire it anyway to whatever their liking is, or replace the building.
Ron, you're saying not to tear down the classrooms?
Tear the classrooms down.
Tear it all down and
Yeah, that's.
Terminate,
shut
terminate
the power off, gas
Favor
and
just
water and
do it.
everything.
Yeah, and then the new owner could
Sure.
sort out.
And do you wanna, are you okay with that? What do you think, Martin? If we just tore down the classroom portion, we left the utilities marked as is where they are,
The only thing we were talking about was, about the trucks and stuff are up there. We store some stuff in the garages, so we need a place to put all that stuff.
it could remain as long as
To the
the
sale.
village owns it.
Okay.
As, we wouldn't have to worry about moving anything, it's just that there wouldn't be any heat or electricity
Yeah.
in the building that was attached to the
And
classroom.
then fire trucks will freeze.
Might as well park it outside and let it go. I don't know what to do.
Well, here's the thing, if we don't go through with the demolition, or we tell Ashley no to the funding, there's not gonna be a next time. There's not, they're not gonna take us serious, they're not going to say, here's free money. We have to come up with something now, and we're going into the summer months.
Well, how much stuff's in there? I have to find somewhere to put it.
The classroom part is really bad.
No, but I mean the stuff you got stored down there.
Yeah, we were gonna sell the one truck, but still, we got a lot of fire trucks and stuff like that.
Well, about them fire trucks you can't use, I might as well sell them too. Right.
It's the old number one
Oh.
is there.
Bill, you got a spot at your house.
I mean, so I keep, our heavy rescue stays up there. Normally, the ladder tower is out getting cylinders rebuilt, so it's in the station now. Because I have nowhere to put it, nothing fits. As we buy vehicles, they're bigger than what they used to be. They don't fit in the building. So we actually stripped as much off of that truck as we possibly could and jammed it on our engine. We're trying to use our engine as an engine rescue. And our rescue is up there, and we try and keep as many non-emergency items as we can on it. Like when I say, like, if it's a hazmat spill, it's not life or death for us to go and get the truck. So like the important things we've stripped off, jammed them on the engine, which the engine doors are jammed full with everything. Our old truck, that old number 1, that was the original truck the village ever bought that was refurbed in '01, is up there because we have nowhere to put it. And then also we have our backup engine that we chose to keep in 2015 when we replaced it because it wasn't costing us any money and it gives us points in ISO. And until it became a money pit or it started costing us a lot of maintenance, we were keeping it. And the road department guys use that to blow out drains. Like when they have a plugged up culvert, instead of them hiring someone out, they come and get that truck and we blow out drains with it. And we use it when one of our trucks are down. It comes up and takes the place. And the decision was made by my committee in 2015, as long as it wasn't a money pit, we were gonna keep it. So basically, that's all that's up there besides the boat, in which the boat I had plans on getting rid of sometime this year, and then the rest is just excess equipment that I can't fit in my building. Like small equipment that I can't fit in my building. That just, we don't have the space to put it. But I don't want to see that old truck get destroyed after the money the village dumped in it in '01. I don't want to see our rescue go. I could live without the engine, the backup engine, but it was just there to help lower insurance premiums for everyone. As long as it wasn't costing us maintenance. And the rest is all small equipment that we could try and find a place to rat hole it. I've sold about every single thing on Gov Deals that I could get rid of. Some of it didn't sell, that, you know, can be scrapped now. Some of it did sell, so I've sold everything that we could sell.
But that's all the stuff that's in that auxiliary building that's
It is.
not attached to the classroom. So
It is.
would that still be okay? Is the utilities run through the
The
classroom?
utilities run through, there's no water in those buildings. We haven't had water in the buildings in probably,
Okay. But they
what do you think, more than 10 years?
Yeah,
They shut off?
10 years, they shut the.
there's gas and
There's
electric.
gas and electric,
Yeah.
and I have one heater out of the 2 bays that work in there, and I keep the door open from one
So-
side to the other just to keep enough heat, to keep them from freezing.
Okay, so it's just a matter of moving the electric and the gas lines. We're not moving water lines and sewer lines. It's just electric and gas to keep heat into these buildings.
Why don't we make a deal with Foxconn, since they ain't paying their taxes, and they got plenty of room up there.
So it would just be 2 utilities that need to
You
be,
have heat in there now, don't you, Trav?
yes,
Yeah, I have one
but
heater.
it goes
For the
through,
classroom.
yes.
Everything
So
comes out of the
That's
It
pipe.
wouldn't be that hard to run.
I don't think that it would be a big deal to move,
No, it'd just be additional,
like, once the demolition is done, they could come back
Why would you
in.
spend the money to move it if they're gonna sell it?
Until you get it sold.
Until you get it sold, when are you gonna
Well,
sell
now
it?
it's all right.
But as soon as but you don't know when you're gonna sell it. You could
It could be
you
2
could
years,
spend the
3
money in
years,
6
never.
We'll know September, we'll know by September.
Oh,
We don't freeze in October.
So
don't say that.
would it be safe for the summer months?
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Okay, so
We
if
don't
we
need heat and electric, but I mean, as long as we let them manually crank all the doors open,
okay,
like all they are is the pull chains, you gotta sit there for 10 minutes and crank the door up on all the buildings, because they all have garage door openers, but other than that, I don't care about it, you know, as long as things don't freeze. I just don't wanna ruin any of our assets over it.
do you want Martin to get estimates for moving those two utilities? And in the meantime, let's start moving forward with demolition? I don't know.
4 months if we can sell it or not. I'd say within 3 months we'll know if we're able to get.
But in the meantime, if we get to September and we don't know anything, we would at least have price estimates on reassigning those utilities over to the garage.
Well, depending on how you bid it, not knowing how it's gonna be disconnected,
How would you bid what?
the reconnection of utilities till it's tore down.
Oh, they would, I mean, they could definitely pick a spot and
Yeah, the contractor would have to pick a spot, put a,
put a new panel box on the inside.
yeah, they'd have to put a different meter and everything in a regular breaker box instead of what's in there.
Yeah, the breakers are in there probably older than,
Yeah, they're really old.
they're probably 60 years old.
Federal Pacific.
There you go. I don't even know if they're that.
Don't tell me, I don't want to
Yeah,
know.
they're really old.
They're slide breakers.
They're really old.
Okay,
Kunkel used to.
They're,
But definitely the classroom.
all right. I'll have you.
Marty would get some bids, I mean, it's gonna hurt to know.
Right, but I still have to know whether or not you want to do that demolition.
We do a lot of that. We'll just have to find somewhere to put that in a truck.
It'll be okay for the summer. Okay. So the truck would be fine for the summer. It might be a couple of months before the demolition is done anyway. So, there's no telling how much time it'll be. By the time, you know, she goes through all the paperwork, she gets it out for bid, she gets the bids back, asbestos survey, asbestos removal, and then the demolition. You're talking maybe a couple of months still, so.
Well, you're asking me, I say go forward and demo it.
I say do it too.
Okay, well, I'll ask for a motion I'll do it under new business to demolish the classroom portion, and you guys can let me know then. All right, anything else?
Do you want to bring up the car? Because they're probably not aware of what's going on.
Well, we can talk about that now too, I guess. Yeah.
Deb can just come at 7 for now.
Yeah, Deb, come later next time. The Malibu is out of commission, so we are gonna have to replace it. There's no fixing it, right?
No, and it needs a whole new engine. And I got a price of $9,900 for a new engine, and the car's a 2012. So it's,
Yeah.
the book value on the car is $3,000 to $4,000 in running condition.
Okay. So we are going to need to replace that runaround town vehicle because Bill and the ladies upstairs use that to go to the bank. Gracie uses that to get back and forth for cleaning the different buildings. And just,
Zoning office uses it too.
and zoning office uses it to go out into the community, amongst other things. So, have you looked at any?
I got some prices on some Chevy Equinoxes
What are they
that are
running?
used. We can get a used one, a used 24 with 30,000 miles for $20,900. They're the 23 with 33,000 miles for $19,900. And I have another dealer sending me prices on two other ones with around $29,000.
So we're looking at
Okay.
around 20 grand
All right.
replacement.
Yes, Rick?
You can get a brand new tracks for $20,000.
I
I was
know.
gonna bring that up.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking, you know, a used one would run us way less money, but is that their advertised prices, or did they just see us come in and say, hey, we're gonna
No, that's
charge them
their
more?
advertised price.
Okay.
Why would you not get
On the used one, we couldn't really get any, like, up to you, or not.
But what can we get through state bid program?
a new warranty?
With a new one, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I seen the tracks, it's a little smaller, but
It sits up a little bit higher than the Malibu
Yeah.
does, but it's probably not as high as
I was
the
gonna
Equinox.
mention that too. so-
Oh, they're fantastic.
Okay. Look into those.
Okay. Yep.
I guess, but,
Well, what are we doing with the old car?
well,
I was gonna bring up, I know one of my committee members has some gum deals, so I I was gonna bring that up to you.
Do you want to scrap it, or?
No, we mentioned putting on gov deals.
Yeah, they're not gonna give you nothing on trade-in.
Yeah,
No. So we,
but at least we could get something out of it on gov deals.
On God deals? I made a note.
Martin, bring up Brightspeed, that issue we were talking about earlier.
Oh, you want to keep going? You don't want to adjourn caucus today, do you?
Yeah, but we've got to get the answers to this stuff.
That's
Okay.
another issue. Me and Bill's been back and forth with the lady from Brightspeed. We started the permit for the right-of-way permit, because we had some issues in the village with some different contractors. But Brightspeed don't want to pay the $250,000 bond. They only want to offer a $50,000 bond, because she said every other town has this up to their bond. And she realizes Lordstown needs Brightspeed. That's what they're calling it.
That's why they get it.
But there's no way we can change it, so we wanted to bring it up to council and see what you guys want.
I think that $250,000 is awful steep for a bond for that.
Usually that's the dollar amount for the general liability policy.
Yeah, and when I talked to Martin, I said, you know, we shouldn't unilaterally waive it. That's up to council since it was passed. The 250 was done through an ordinance, so that would be, if council wanted to waive it, they could make it to 50,000, but that's not something anyone individual from the village should do.
They can just make a motion.
I don't think you should change it to one person. I think you should change the ordinance.
Amend the ordinance itself.
Yeah, I wouldn't start just.
That's for these fiber companies drilling everywhere, you mean?
And
Burying that
fiber optic.
yeah.
See, we had some issues with some property damage. I finally got the lady to pay for them. So
That's why we come up with this permit, because we had.
we told her that's why we came up with this
That
ordinance,
cost
because of the people.
So all the other communities, they have a $50,000 bond.
She said, and
Well, that's what Brightspeed pays them.
they never paid more than 50 anywhere they do work.
Yep.
But they never came to us and asked us if we needed a bond to begin with. They just started work.
She came to me last year, and we didn't have this in writing,
Yeah.
but we made it right after we had all the instances when they caused damage. Because we had an ordinance, but we never had an actual permit. So Matt made up the permit for us, and there was a couple other groups that did permits, but then this one's questioning it.
So I guess the question is, if you're willing to amend that ordinance to go retro, change 250 to 50, if you say you'll do that, then the new business, then they can go ahead. If not, then,
But this lady's been back and forth with me.
yeah, they'll be, and then I don't know what the issues will be, you know.
All right, so we got 50, then they're gonna give us 50,000 for bond, that's correct.
She's in agreement with
Oh, yeah,
50,000?
she gave me an email.
She said Brightspeed would offer $50K bond and a multi-million-dollar COI, coverage of insurance.
Okay. Throwing out new business?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, sir?
I did my job. We're gonna take a break now?
Man, we might need a short recess after that. Do we have anything else for caucus? I tried to adjourn it last time, and it took me like 3 or 4 times to try to adjourn. Okay, hearing nothing, caucus is adjourned. What?
Guy speaking?
He was gonna talk under public,
Okay.
yeah.
She should be well rested.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I just didn't want to follow the auditor, because I did the same thing he did, I sent letters out, that's the reason I'm here, so.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. Please stand and join me for the Lord's Prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here.
Mr. Lyman.
Here.
Ms. White. Mr. Radka.
Present.
Mr. McGrail.
Present.
Mr. Mosley.
Here.
Clerk Flynn's present. Treasurer George Edelman.
Here.
Solicitor Matt Reese.
Here.
Police Chief Brett Mello.
Present.
Fire Chief Travis Eastham.
Present.
Planning and Zoning Administrator Kelly Bordner. Street Commissioner Martin Elder.
President.
Board of Public Affairs.
Present.
Engineer Chris Gilman.
Present.
All right, can I have a motion to excuse Jessica Blank and Kelly Bordner tonight?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Bond and a second by Liming. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carried. Can I have a motion for adoption of the agenda?
So moved.
Motion by McGrail,
Second.
second by Mosley. All in favor? All opposed? Motion is carried. Can I have a motion for disposal of the minutes for the regular council meeting, May 4th, 2026?
So moved.
Motion by Radka,
Second.
second by Mosley. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carried. Can I have a motion for payment of the bills?
So moved.
Motion by McGrail,
Second.
second by Radka. Any discussion on the bills? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carried. Mayor's report. Tonight, I have one person for hire in the planning and zoning office and 2 to appoint for the summer help for the street department. And I just wanted to mention that the community picnic was held on Saturday, and it was very well attended. So thank you for everybody that helped with that, and thanks Chief Eastham for having a plan B. With the rain, we held it inside of the fire station, and it was plenty big enough, and everybody was able to stay dry, and it was definitely well attended. Clerk's report.
I gave my report.
You sure did. Solicitor's report.
You mean to bring up the Brian France question again? So we passed, through our ordinance, accepting an agreement with Brian France to provide some planning and zoning consulting services. As part of the contract, there was additional work. It was an election for $1,875. It was basically pertaining to the BZA. He had concerns because he wanted to know if we approved that. That's when we did. We approved the contract in its entirety. But he just wanted that clarified that we were electing to go with that additional work for the 1875. So if that's what council wants to do, I believe it would assuage his concerns if they simply voted to elect that additional work under his agreement. But again, you guys already approved the agreement that was written. So, but the additional work would make the work that he's doing for planning and zoning consistent. It would be BZA work, so it would make all the language consistent. So I think it makes sense. But I told him I would run that past council at the next meeting just to clarify that on the record for him so that he understood that he was doing that additional work. So I don't know if under new business, if council wants to, it could just be done by, roll call vote pretty much.
So just a motion to
Approve the election of additional work for $1,875 under the agreement with Brian France.
$1,875.
$875 under the agreement with Brian France.
You say it was in the ordinance? The agreement?
It was in his contract that we approved. Yeah, when we approved it and incorporated it, but he just wanted to make clear, since it was an election provision, that we wanted that additional work performed.
Okay.
Asking for the auditor, I just want to make sure that
Okay.
the ordinance is right. That's all.
Yeah,
I've got it written down. Anything else?
that's all I got.
Okay. Treasurer's report.
No report.
Board of Trustees of Public Affairs report.
Thank you, Mayor. Our next meeting is tomorrow at 4 p.m. And the other thing I wanted to add, because a couple people have asked me about accepting credit cards for water bills. We are working with the clerk's office. They wanted to wait until everything is in place with the new state. Bill, help me out here. The new
Cybersecurity.
Yeah, cybersecurity, and then we can move forward. So we've spoken with Invoice Cloud. We're just waiting on everything for cybersecurity to be in place, and we're good to go.
Okay. Well, that makes sense, I guess.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
That's all I have.
Village engineers report.
No report, Mayor, but if there's any questions from council, I'll take them.
Smith.
Thank you.
Special reports, Police Chief Brent Milholm.
I have no report tonight, ma'am.
Does anybody have any questions for him? Fire Chief Travis Easton.
No report tonight, Mayor.
Anybody have questions for Travis? Planning and Zoning Administrator Kelly Bordner is not here, but she has asked council to approve the hiring of Andrew, I think it's Cosley is how it's pronounced, for a new position that's being created. Parks, Grounds, Building, Street Superintendent Martin Elder.
Yes, Mayor. I have a couple of things. I've been contacted by some Taylor Steel. They're going to redo the tracks on industrial trays. On June 1st, they're going to start, and it'll last through June 8th. We're going to reroute the truck traffic down Salt Springs to Bailey for those days. I'm going to notify all the companies down there, and I'll put an all-call out just to let the residents know why there's so much truck traffic. Then I heard from the Turnpike about sometime in July they're going to do surface repairs on the Ellsworth Bailey Road Bridge going over the Turnpike. I think they're going to resurface it, but he just said it probably wouldn't start until July. They're going to keep one lane open at a time on each side. So he said he'll let me know as soon as he figures out when the contractor's going to come out, and so I can let the residents know.
Did he say an estimated time frame for the project? Like the duration?
He didn't really have a lot of details. He just said it's supposed to take place sometime in July.
Okay.
He just wanted to give us a heads up. But he said as soon as he gets more information from the contractors, he'll let me know.
Okay.
And
Okay.
And the only other thing is the Memorial Day service on Monday. I just letting everybody know.
That's at 10 a.m.?
10 a.m. Yep.
Okay.
And scrap tires are first week of June, right?
June 8th through the...
12.
Yeah, 12.
I think. Just drop them off behind the...
Behind the road
department?
We'll have a sign back there by the salt dome.
And off the rim.
Yep, no rims.
Don't bring any rims this time, Ronnie.
Okay.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Martin? We'll move on to correspondence.
I have no correspondence.
Public remarks. That's you.
Oh, good thing I didn't have to follow that auditor, because I did the same thing the auditor did. So, my name is Mark Polanczyk, I'm the president of Mr. PC. The reason I'm here is there's a new House bill that's out. It's called House Bill 96. So I did the same thing that the treasurer did. I sent out to different villages and townships. My company is nationally known, locally owned. We just got announced that we're the 2026 Business of the Year from the SBA. So we're here to help the mayor and all council with cybersecurity. One of the biggest things my competitors do is they walk in, they go, oh, you guys got money, and we're just going to charge you and be done. I'm not. We have over 10 different townships that we do. I'm based in Warren. I gave a little price list here to everybody. I'm not sure if you got one. Did you get one? Okay.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
Yeah,
So House Bill 96 has some requirements. As we all know, townships, villages, municipalities have all got hit with spoofing. So, like my email is mark@Mr. Service. So instead of using the M, they use 2 R's. And then townships, auditors, treasurers send money to the wrong area. We all heard what happened with Vizela and that there was quite a bit of money that got dispersified.
This happens quite frequently to me in particular. I think all the council people here and some of the employees have received emails claiming to be from me, and I say, look at the email address. Is it the correct email address? It's not.
It's not.
But they're using my signature and everything.
So they're using a lot of that. So as we come forward with cybersecurity, we want to say, look, House Bill 96 says that you guys have to be trained. So you have to take an email, you have to take annual training, you should take monthly training, okay? And then you should have some sort of what they call call an MDR. It's a Managed Defense and Response Team on your computers. We use one called Sentinel-1, it's managed 7x24, which is kind of the requirements for House Bill 96. And I did put that all in the package for everybody, some of the stuff that we're doing. I've had to do this for several townships lately. The requirement is by July 1st. If you do not have some sort of cyber response ordinance or cybersecurity policy in place, the state can come and they can fine you. I don't know the fines, I just know that they're saying, hey, look, you need to have something. So we're here to say, look, we'd like to do this. I can give you references. We mentioned McDonald, I do McDonald, I do Fowler, I do Kinsman, I do Vienna. Don't hurt me for Vienna. Pardon me?
Are they paying you?
Yes, they're paying. Yes. So,
Bezzetta.
pardon me?
What about Bezzetta?
I don't do Bezzetta. You know a funny story? I grew up in Bezzetta. I actually went to the mayor and did a proposal a couple of years ago. Never returned my response. I get that. I do War Municipal Court. I do a lot of different places right around here. So what we did was we sent a letter out. One of the biggest things that I can bring to the table is I'm part of the FBI cybersecurity team. So if something does happen, we have an inside source to go right to the FBI to get it. We just had a case, an attorney, sorry for the attorneys, he accidentally sent $120,000 to the wrong person. Have a case in Cleveland I have to go to because of the spoofing. So it's called phishing, P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G. So we're here to say, look, we want to help you guys with cybersecurity. Now, the prices that I gave you, I gave a package that say you can have everything. That would be 7x24-hour support. I'm not sure what police and fire do, but we do police and fire. I am LEED certified with the FBI, so we know all of that. Funny story we'll tell you later about leads. I almost got handcuffed. I was this close. The township was playing a joke on me. So with all of that, we want to say, look, you can get a package if you want to have the MDR. There's a package for that. If you want to just have the cybersecurity training, there's a package for that. The biggest thing, and I have everybody here behind me, just so you guys know, I'm not out to make $1 million. I'm here to say, look, let's do it. And because I'm nationally known, and I'm in 25 states, I can offer a better price. So the more townships I get, my vendors told me we could start reducing our prices. So we say, hey, look, I know we talked earlier about stuff. 6 months into this, my vendor comes back and says, hey, your price drops by $2 on cybersecurity training. I pass it on to everybody. Any questions?
What's that MRPC backup plan?
Oh, so the Mr. PC backup plan is very simple. So we're going to use the mayor as an example. Sorry, Mayor. Do you have a laptop or desktop?
Desktop.
Okay, so the mayor's desktop would be backed up every 2 hours to the cloud. So if her laptop or desktop, I haven't said it wrong, would actually blow up, we can get her a new machine up and running within minutes because we have spares at the office, and then we would start to download her data, and her data wouldn't be lost, it would be on the 2-hour backup.
How's this going to help us with fraud then, I guess?
Oh, so the phishing is what's going to help you with the fraud. The cybersecurity training. How this works is we would take your email address, we would plug you into a program, do a dark web scan, make sure you weren't out on the dark web, and then we would set a training program for you. And then if you failed, you failed, you need to have another training. After 3 times, then you become on the naughty list, sorry. And then we'd have
I'll just put them in the corner.
You and I'll just go sit in the corner, okay? Then you would have to take a 10-minute video and go over cybersecurity. So it talks about, like the mayor said, an email come to you, okay? So if it came from Mark at Mr. PC office or Mark at Mr. PC service, but it was wrong and you clicked on it, you'd be automatically failed. And then we would come back with you and then go through the training so you knew what to look for. The biggest one that's out there right now is Microsoft. So I know we just got done with tax season. So anybody ever get the text messages that you're now, you owe this for license plate, or we can reduce your tax credit, or things of the nature, it means you're on the dark web. Okay, I just got one this morning from a Europe number that said, if I don't go pay $180 by tomorrow, I'm going to be thrown in jail. So luckily enough, I do work for that court, so they said there's no warrant for me yet. But to answer your question, we educate you on what to look for and what to do. A lot of emails that are coming through today won't come through as, sorry, I'm going to use you again as mayor, from the mayor, but it will be mayor, care of, mark at Microsoft.net, which is not an actual email. We teach you to look for those things.
So is this basically just for emails?
Actually, it's both. It's dark web scanning and it's emails. And there's actually videos of things to look at for you do on your computer.
So anything regarding hacking or anything, you have nothing for that?
Well, the video actually goes to, but the Sentinel one that I'm putting on is a 7x24, so it looks for the hackers. So if you were to get hacked, so I apologize.
Ransomware.
Ransomware. So I apologize to the mayor and everybody from council. But the biggest issue is the individual sitting behind the screen. And then he or she will click on stuff. The first thing I'm going to do is walk you through what might be the problem. If something gets through and you click on it, the MDR, or Sentinel-1, is monitored 7x24. It's going to stop it. We actually have it set that it would isolate your computer and then not let anything come out of your computer. We would get notified. I'd actually get a phone call, and then we'd stop out the next day to fix it. Or if it happened in the middle of the day, we'd be out.
Now, what's the auditor say about your program? State auditors?
They love it.
So these costs are per unit or per email?
Yes, sir.
And what about, one of the big things has been converting to a .gov domain.
So
we have not done that yet. Is that something that you can do for us?
We can do that for you. No, we've done that, but there are some costs associated with .gov, okay? So the first thing is it's going to cost you $400 just to get the .gov email, or the .gov name.
That's free.
No, it's not.
To apply.
It's free to apply, but once you go for it, because I've done it for other townships, I actually did it for the city of Girard. There's a $400 application fee once you get done, and then that has to go through a third-party vendor to host it. Then your emails are roughly like $16 to $18 a month per email. Okay, so there's rumor that you have to be .gov on House Bill 96. We did a research today. There's no rumor. There's no set in stone. So like Vienna's going to viennatownship.org.
Okay.
Versus viennatownship.gov. We do McDonald Police Department, they're at .com.
I thought that if you didn't, who said that? That if you didn't do it, then like you wouldn't be able to apply for grant funding and things like that if you, I don't remember.
I will do some more research for you, Mayor, but for everything that we've talked to, and to answer your question about the state auditor, we work very inclusive with Homeland Security, the FBI, and the Secret Service. So we work with all of them to see what's what.
Okay.
But nothing that I've heard about .gov is mandatory. And I will say that even my competitors aren't pushing a .gov on anybody.
Well, it wasn't mandatory, but if you didn't use it or didn't have it, then there was some consequence for that, but I can't remember what it was.
So what I would suggest to you to keep your costs down is get a .gov and then get 1 or 2 email addresses at it and then keep everybody else at their app if you have to do that.
Okay.
Because there is a cost associated with that. When you do fill out the ordinance, you have to have the mayor's has to do a specific, you have to have usually the safety director, and then you have to have an IT consultant, which we would be your IT consultant for that.
Okay.
Like I said, we've done them.
So after this is all up and running, what's the monthly fee for all this?
Well, it depends on how many emails. So how many emails do we have now?
Well, you'd have
Well, gosh, I got like 5 or 6 in my office, plus
2 in zoning, road department, police department.
25 or so.
I mean, how many village employees are there total?
We have an email.
So,
No, but I would subtract, a few.
So if you look at this and
so
let's
if
just,
there's 50 emails.
so if you had 50 emails, we could do it, well, see, that's the thing, that training is about $10 a piece. So you're looking at $500 a month.
Every month.
Every month.
And it's required. It's required to keep up the training.
Yes.
What if somebody refuses?
That is where council can put in a cybersecurity policy if you forget to take it. So we do have a township right now that there is a officer that is not taking it. Sorry, police. And I have to give that report to the chief, and then he has to go after, they're 4 months behind. So what will end up happening is when July 1st comes in and the reports get handed off to the state, they can get fined. It's not,
The municipality gets.
the municipality or the township, they can get fined as a whole.
So they're creating jobs at the state level for somebody to go through all this stuff, possibly.
I will tell you this, about 15 years ago, I'm on the state auditor's list because I used to be the treasurer for Honolulu Tigers, and we got audited. And I literally sent 5,000 pieces, I sent a whole box of paper down because I did everything, I'm an IT guy, so I document everything. I was cussed out a little bit and said, we have to go through everything, this cost us X amount of time, but then after that, it was like, you got all your ducks in a row. So, we try and do that to make sure. I don't know what the fines are, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Sorry. Now, this fee per computer, is that monthly or one time?
That's monthly.
That's what I thought.
But see, we can wrap a policy to figure out, like you could come to me and say, I got 50 users, but I only have 20 computers. I'll figure out something beneficial for you.
So this will cost us about 25, 30 grand a year to keep.
No, we can make it cheaper. I do an attorney's office, and right now, he's close to 30 grand, and we can. I mean, if you're going to come to me and say, look, I got 50 users, I'll go beat the vendor up and say, look, I need it for $8. Drop that price $4 a month. Little bit of strong arming, Mayor. I mean, not to use your name in vain, but yeah, a little bit of strong arming. If you come and say, look, I've got 50 users, I'll go back and get a better price.
Okay.
I see how poor communities, I don't see how they can afford it.
So I will tell you that there is one township that they voted, it was going to cost them $280 a month, and they decided they're going to risk it and try and run the fine. However, the water department, they're going to make sure he has cybersecurity in order to do the credit cards. This township doesn't do the credit cards like you're going to do. And again, I'm open to talk to anybody, I won't take up any more time, but I can come back one-on-one. I'll leave, if you want, I'll leave some business cards, and you're more than welcome to call me off the cuff, and we can sit and talk. My office is in downtown Warren.
Yeah, I was going to say, leave me a card. If they have questions, I'm sure they'll ask me or Bill, and we'll reach out to you.
See, I was just thinking.
Oh, you have plenty for everybody.
Yeah, I was just like the treasurer. Well, I learned in my...
You're not Italian.
No, I'm not Italian, I'm Polish. My Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Club, never go anywhere. Ooh,
Thank you.
Oh.
One's no.
Without giving a card. Only one for you. Again, we're here to save the village money. We got a couple phone calls, I'll leave with this. One of my competitors went in and it was $20,000, $30,000 for like 40 users. We got it cheaper, So we're willing to help you, and I want long-term versus short-term. So, argumentatively, just don't tell my wife this. If I make 50 cents or 75 cents on a license, but we're locked in for 10 years, it's worth it, She doesn't like when I say that, but.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions for him? Okay, any other public remarks at this time?
I have one, I should have said it in my March report. I just want to bring up regarding that 24-inch water line from Meander to Lord Austin Town Road. So everybody knows this. Most of them do, I hope everybody does. Council's gonna chip in $1 million. The Board of Public Affairs is gonna chip in $1 million. We're gonna give them the $295,000 from that pilot money we received a couple weeks ago from TEC. And then they have $200,000 from the ARP money from the county, which is almost 2.5, which is what we need, so we won't be seeking that loan. That's it.
Okay. Any questions about that? No? All right.
And you're okay with that, Chris, right?
I'm good with that.
All right. Council remarks.
Yes, Mayor, I had a question,
Mm-hmm.
and not wanting to beat a dead horse, but you were talking about the elevator here in the administration building,
Mm-hmm.
and you said talking to hundreds and thousands of dollars to replace an elevator. Where do you get these figures?
What was the cost to replace the elevator?
It was, I want to say he said he could rebuild it, it was like $175.
What is it to replace it with a brand new one?
They said you couldn't because it's built into the car is actually built into the building, and it has to be specially designed for this building.
What would a special design elevator cost?
Big money, he said.
Would it cost hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Yes.
All right, that's where I got my answer.
Well, the reason I asked, because I did a little looking around, and it looks like you can probably put in a new hydraulic elevator for $25,000 to $35,000.
Oh, well, we should do that sooner than later then.
Well, I mean, I'd take a look at it, and the other thing I had...
Could you get us some quotes on that?
The way I found that out was on the internet. Now,
Okay.
I haven't talked to a dealer, I just looked at it today,
Okay.
but this here figure sounded awfully high. And the other thing, you say the downstairs would make a perfect place for the Board of Public Affairs to have their offices. Then further down in there, you say our administration building is not in great shape, it's not crumbling yet. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars replacing elevators and far from being obsolete and continues to break down frequently. Sewer lines backing up into the kitchen, bathrooms that get shut down, a flat roof that holds water. It don't sound like a perfect place to put anybody.
You're right. It's not, but
Okay, now,
I
there
don't
is
see
my
anybody
question.
jumping at the
There's my
thought
question.
of building something new.
Like, the roofs on this building here, the front section and the back section, neither one are that old. They were replaced.
They were.
Now, we did
Did we
have a
just
leak in
recently have
your
a leak?
office
Yes.
Yeah.
recently where an air conditioner
Yeah.
blew over in a high wind and damaged the roof. It had to be repaired.
Yes.
When I read this, it seems like it scares people. They think this is what is going on and not necessarily makes a lot of sense to arouse the community that way. But,
I don't think I'm the only person that feels that way about this building.
well, I'm not saying you are, Mayor, but I am saying when you go talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, you need to look at alternative ways to do things. Hydraulic elevators are a lot cheaper, they're easier to install, they don't require pits underneath them. I think there needs to be some talk in doing it now. Otis, which is the brand of elevator we have here, does offer numerous retrofit kits. There's 4 other major manufacturers of traction elevators. I don't know what their costs are. I think we need to look at it and see about the hydraulic possibly. Because most people, government buildings, hospitals, like county administration building, they're all multi-floor structures. It just makes sense instead of having so much roof area to maintain. And we need to look, there's nothing wrong with using an elevator to go up the floor. All buildings that have elevators also have as an emergency stairs to get down. And I think we need to look at that, not just automatically assume something. And that's my thought.
I was just stating all the things that I've been told over the last couple of years about this building. I'm sorry?
It was Otis that told us that was actually made for this building.
Well, I don't doubt that a bit, Martin.
Yep.
I think you need to look at some of these other possibilities of doing it. It's, and after all, I do know that some work was done in the library by the BPA, you told me, Chris. And Darren told me the same thing. But I think we need to look at that because when I hear this about this building it sounds like people are, a lot of townships and villages and small cities would give a lot to have a structure like this. They don't have them. And I don't think it's junk by any means.
Oh, I don't think it's junk, and I don't think that, I mean, you're comparing apples and oranges, and...
No, I'm not comparing apples and oranges, I'm just stating my opinion, as you stated yours.
I did.
Mayor, I will say this, that, and this was when Mr. Hickox was here, he did get a price on a new elevator, whether or not they were using that or not, and it was $400,000. That's
For
what that-
a retrofitted, specially made elevator, and we don't know if the hydraulic elevator would be able to be retrofit into this building.
We'd have to
We'd
talk
have
to
to check
them.
into that.
And if it's not able to work in this building, what would you suggest?
If it's not able to work in this building, well, then I guess you have to maintain the infrastructure you have. If you're not going to maintain it, you certainly
How-
don't want to create others.
How do you stay ADA compliant
ADA compliant with an elevator?
without an elevator?
I didn't say go without an elevator, I said you have to keep up your infrastructure. Now, you're the one that's worried about the ADA compliant, and we put power doors on here to help with that. Our handicap entrance doesn't have a power door.
I mean, that's, the public doors that we use have to be ADA compliant.
Yeah, and that's the
And the-
reason we have the ramp back here.
Right. We don't usually have people that use that ramp. And it's not open for business during the day, so
No.
it wasn't done, but,
And we've had problems with those doors. I know one night I come up here for a committee meeting, the door would open, shut. No one around, they had to call out someone from the road department or the grounds to come up and shut the door.
People come up when the doors are locked and they pull on them, then it sets
it
the
sets
motor.
it off.
Yep, until it resets it.
Is that what happens?
Yes.
So in other words, they pull the door, they get in.
Yeah, and it's locked, so the motor will keep trying to open.
Mayor, this conversation came about Facebook.
I guess, yeah,
What?
Facebook,
sure.
Yes, this is where I read this.
that's why I don't go on there, I know nothing.
Well, I understand that, but a lot of our residents do read it,
Yeah.
and it gives,
I mean, I don't think that I've stated anything that was untrue, and it's not, it wasn't meant to be a scare tactic, it was meant to be
No.
a, justification of my opinion.
of
So-
the intentions, okay.
So, and I'm sure there's many that do share the same sentiments I do about the library building. Any other council remarks? None? All right. Committee reports, finance. Did she have anything? I didn't think so. Parks, buildings, grounds, general improvement, streets and sidewalks, Jamie Mosley.
I'd just like to see number 3 and number 4 get passed so we can get a hold of that trunk and get Mr. Kozak's slate pulled up.
All right. Public Safety and Police Department, Robert Bond.
Yes, we have number 7 and 8 on the agenda tonight. I'd like to see those both passed with an emergency.
Okay. Public Safety, Fire, and EMS, Lamar Larney.
I'd just like to thank the fire department and anybody else who was involved with the community picnic. Put a lot of work in, had to move a lot of stuff around, but it turned out really well. Thank you, Chief, and everybody that's part of your department.
Public Utilities, Mark McGrath.
Yeah, not a report, but just a clarification on number 6. Really, the only change here, and we had a discussion earlier about a price per kilowatt hour that I was giving this afternoon. The price per kilowatt hour that we had not to exceed being .105, that's what this amendment is meant to lock in, plus change that date, okay? In answer, someone else asked a question, but going back to the last meeting, I reported all the research that I've done on prices from different places. And the thing that I found most interesting is prices are not going down. And at that time, Buckeye, NOPEC, Ohio Edison were all about .105. My concern is if we don't move forward, you're going to find out a month from now that it's gone up again, and it's going to continue to go up. So that's the only, because of all the discussion we had earlier, I just wanted to clarify that. That's what this is about, is locking in that .105,
Okay,
not to exceed, and change that date.
okay. And we had discussed in caucus that we were gonna put this up for first reading.
Right.
Okay.
Just a question
Yeah. Oh,
from Mark.
Mark?
I'm sorry, what?
Just got a question for you. With that, previous, was it 12 months or
Yes.
was it 12?
And as I said earlier, and Bill just asked me also, I tried to clarify that in the email conversation, but he didn't get back to me before I had to come here. But yeah, I would like to, I'm sorry, I should have clarified that. It should be a 12-month, or if you want to go 24 months. But 12 months gets us past that issue that Mr. Liming and the mayor were discussing about ending up back where we are now.
Right. But this one is 16 months.
No, right now, this is 12.
Well, you told us it was 16.
No, the price that I gave you earlier, that, if we go with the cheaper price, what I'm going to clarify for you is what you just said.
Okay, so if we go .105,
That
would be for 12 months.
That was the 12 months that he quoted us.
It was .104.
No, I said, I was informing you that the quote that I got today
Was 104.
was 104 for 16 months.
So you're saying we could lock into .105 for 12 months?
Yes.
Today.
Today?
Yeah. I don't think anybody got that.
No.
I didn't,
I didn't get that either.
yeah, I don't think that was clarified.
What's 24 months?
Wait, you,
I don't know.
we can't have,
I don't have that right now.
Well, I mean, if we're anticipating the price.
wait,
I have no idea
wait,
who's talking.
it's, you're outside of public comment, so you'd have, just go ahead and state your name and address.
Michael Brown, 1165 Ellsworth Bailey Road.
Okay.
So what's a 24-month price?
I don't
If you're anticipating energy going up and the cost of electricity, why don't we lock in for a longer term than a short term? We know it's going to be more than 12 months.
We weren't given 24 months?
Yeah, we weren't given a 24-month price at this time. Now,
It would probably be higher.
well, in the past, when he's given us a 24-month or 36-month, it's always been high per kilowatt hour. The least expensive has always been the 12-month. Whether you want 12 months, and then if you go to the 24 months, it always went up. So the 12-month has always been the cheaper price.
For a short term.
And that's what it is. It's essentially a short term.
Yeah. Then when you get to the end of the 12 months,
And then we're going to be paying.
it might be higher than if you had locked into the 24. It's hard to say, it's a gamble,
It's very much a gamble.
but, okay, so the ordinance that, the legislation that we have here, though, is for 16 months? No, it's for 12.
I'm just telling you what I got today for your own information. That's all I was doing.
Okay, what,
Yeah.
all right, let me ask another question. What should we do with that information?
What, the 16 months?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do anything with it because nobody wanted it.
What are you going to do with this for 12 months?
At this time, it's my understanding that it's .105 as we,
And that's what you want to lock in?
yeah.
So when this is passed, it will lock us into
.105,
at 12 months.
12 months.
Okay.
Okay.
12 months starting August 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, see, now why I wanted to clarify this?
Yes, yeah. Okay, is everybody good with that?
I'll just say this, I mean, the Buckeye agreements are always not up to date. I mean, the agreements, the most recent ones that we have that we're approving started 12 months, started in May of 2026. So this individual, Tom, needs to provide us with, updated agreements, which normally it doesn't do. But if you want to pass it based on, I drafted this so it's a not to exceed amount, and I left the rate blank. So if you want to pass it, I would say make sure you're passing it, subject to a 12-month period or whatever period you want. Because the ordinances don't define the periods. The contracts themselves attached to the ordinance define the periods, and they don't have updated contracts. So it would be 12 months starting to run August 1st.
Okay.
If that's what the council wants to approve of.
And what amount are we gonna put in this thing? .105? Is that right?
Yes.
With an effective date of
31.
August 1st.
So we're gonna put .105 per kilowatt effective August 1st.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Good?
I guess.
Mark, do you have anything else you want to add? It's your
No, I
report.
think that was enough.
Okay.
August for 12 months.
You good?
I think I got it.
Okay.
So we have to amend that and say for 12 months?
I would say for 12 months, starting August 1st. Because these are terms that we're proposing back to the company that they need to accept tomorrow, assuming they can meet the rate, and they're okay with it, 12 months.
How do we do that?
We just amend it when it's on the floor, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so everybody's on the same page here. A lot of confusion.
Okay, I'll move on. Planning and zoning, Ron Radka.
No report tonight, Mayor, other than I'd like to have support on the number one for the zoning committee ordinance, that's all.
All right.
And it's gone through, public comments, or public hearing and three readings tonight.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do with it. Bill?
From Planning and Zoning Committee for Emergency Passage, an ordinance amending Part 11 Planning and Zoning Code, Chapter 1141, Yard Regulations, Section 1141.04, Accessory Structures, modified ordinances of the Village of Lordstown, and declaring an emergency.
Okay. Is there a motion on this piece?
I'll make the motion for passage.
Second.
Okay, a motion by Radka, second by Lyman. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Vaughn?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
All right, 5 ayes and 0 nays. The motion is carried to adopt ordinance 18-2026.
Mayor, can you give me who made the motion, so I can get it again, please?
Radka and Lyman.
Okay, thank you. From Council Hold for Emergency Passage, an ordinance authorizing the Village of Lordstown to enter into a master agreement for professional consulting services with Redemption LLC and declaring an emergency.
Okay, is there a motion to suspend the rules?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mosley, second by Lyman. Roll call.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Vaughn?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. The motion is carried to suspend the rules. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Motion by Vaughn
Second.
and a second by Lyman. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. The motion is carried to adopt ordinance 19-2026.
From Street, Sidewalks, Public Parks, Buildings, Grounds, and General Improvement Committee for emergency passage. An ordinance accepting the project quotation from Mainlight Electric Company, Inc. to install highway lighting pole located at the intersection of Bailey Road and Howard Young South within the village of Lordstown, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
So moved.
Motion by Radka. Is there-
Second.
a second by Bond. Roll call.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Lemon?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. The motion is carried to suspend the rules. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Motion by McGrail, and then I heard Mosley for a second. And any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. The motion is carried to adopt ordinance 20-2026.
From streets, sidewalks, public parks, buildings, grounds, and general improvements, emergency passage. An ordinance authorizing the purchase of one new 2026 Western Star 47X salt truck through the Ohio Cooperative Purchasing Program from TSI Western Star and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
So moved.
Motion by Mosley,
Second.
second by Radka. Roll call.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. The motion is carried to suspend the rules. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Motion by
Second.
Lyman, second by Bond. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. The motion is carried to adopt ordinance 21-2026.
From council as a whole for emergency passage, an ordinance establishing the authorized strength, the hourly wages, and other terms of remuneration for the permanent full-time zoning clerk in the planning and zoning and economic development department of the village of Lordstown, effective May 18th, 2026, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
So moved.
Motion by Bond,
Second.
second by Radka. Roll call.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. The motion is carried to suspend the rules. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Motion by Radka,
Second.
second by Mosley. Any discussion?
Now, we're gonna be removing a position next time, is that right, for this?
We are keeping the assistant open, and with, if I understand this right, if it's a year from now, and at the recommendation of myself and Kelly, if this person is doing good, then we would move them
Right.
into the assistant position.
Yes, we're creating a new position, leaving one vacant for the time being.
Then if we move it into that, then we'll
Do away with it.
do away with this one. We don't, had discussion on that, we don't need both of them.
Correct.
All right.
I see where you were going with that now.
Well, yeah, we don't need extra jobs.
Come on now. Okay, oh, I lost my place. Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Discussion, and then
Right.
roll call. That's where we were, right?
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays. The motion is carried to adopt ordinance 22-2026.
From council as a whole for emergency passage, an ordinance amending and supplementing ordinance number 10/2026, which authorized the village of Lordstown to enter into an amended master agreement with Dynegy Energy Services East LLC to provide electric supply effective August 1st, 2026, with opt-out provision for the residents and the businesses eligible to participate in the irrigation program and declaring an emergency.
Okay, so the rates and stuff were not in what he just spoke.
Right. The rates, I left it blank depending on what the number was that we were gonna get today. So it's a not to exceed, so council needs to approve a not to exceed amount for the 12 months.
So do we need to amend, do we need a motion to amend this first, or just leave it,
I mean,
it's okay the way that it's written, just,
you could do a motion to amend subject to the not to exceed rate if you want, and then you could put it in. That's why I left it blank.
Okay, so,
You should just make a motion to put in that amount. Don't really need to amend it, the ordinance is already, it's all set up, it's blank, waiting for the amount to be put in there.
Yeah, you could just vote on the rate, approve the
under
rate.
a new business, or do it now? How,
You have to do it now.
No, do it now, yeah.
okay,
And the
so,
12 months.
And 12 months.
We gotta suspend the rules first.
Correct.
okay, so is there a motion to suspend the rules?
So moved.
Motion by Bond,
Second.
and a second by Mosley. Roll call.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays, the motion is carried to suspend the rules.
I'll make a motion to have a not exceed amount of .105 in a 12-month period.
Okay, there's a motion by Liming,
Second.
and a second by Bond. Any discussion on that? Roll call.
Second.
Yeah, no, she did.
Discussion.
Yeah, that's good.
With the starting date, August 1st of 2026.
Yeah.
Okay, and then a roll call on that? Okay, roll call.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays, the motion is carried to amend the ordinance, right? Or
No, I made the motion.
this is the motion to adopt
Yeah, right?
the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, to
Okay.
adopt it with that rate for 12 months.
Okay, he said amend, so it threw me off. Okay, so
Motion's made, yeah.
the motion is carried, so we are adopting
23.
23-2026. The amending part threw me off.
From Public Safety and the Police Department Committee for Emergency Passage, an ordinance accepting the quote from Gantley Chevrolet of Aurora LLC, 310 West Garfield Road, Aurora, Ohio, 44202, for the purchase of one new 2025 Chevrolet Tahoe. Such quote being the most responsive, lowest, and best quote in declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
So moved.
Motion by Mosley,
Second.
second by McGrail. Roll call.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Radka? Yes. Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays, the motion is carried to suspend the rules. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Motion by Bond,
Second.
and a second by McGrail. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Radka? Yes. Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays, the motion is carried to adopt ordinance 24-2026.
From Public Safety and the Police Department Committee for Emergency Passage, an ordinance accepting the quote from Vance Law Enforcement to purchase firearms, accessories, and other ammunition for the Lordstown Police Department, such quotes being the most responsive, lowest, and best quotes in declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
So moved.
Motion
Second.
by Radka,
Second.
second by McGrail. Roll call.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays, the motion is carried to suspend the rules. Can I have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Motion by McGrail,
Second.
second by Mosley. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays, the motion is carried to adopt ordinance 25-2026. Oh, it looks like we made it through.
We're halfway through the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends on the play time.
Does anybody have any old business they want to bring up? New business. Can I have a motion to hire Jonathan Frank and Benjamin Sin for the street department summer help pending physicals and background checks?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Radka and a second by Liming. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? That motion is carried. Can I have a motion to hire Andrew Posley for the planning and zoning clerk effective after completion of background check and physical.
So moved.
Motion by McGrail
Second.
and a second by Mosley. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is carried. Can I have a motion to sell the Malibu on GovDeals?
So moved.
Motion by Bond,
Second.
second by Mosley. Any discussion on that? All in favor? All opposed? Motion is carried. Can I have a motion to change the utility bond requirements? Lessen it to, is that what we're doing? Do we want that under new business?
Yeah, but Matt, how can you make a motion or write an ordinance? I suggested, I don't say I can do that, I suggested
To
that
get it
if
done
they're
just
willing.
for this vendor?
No, I suggest that if they agree to do it, we'll bring an ordinance in next meeting, going retro.
And retroactive?
But they should vote today if they're willing to do that.
Okay.
If we're gonna just wait for that, we could do it by motion here. If we're changing the ordinance or reducing the requirements, we would need a new ordinance. And have other people already done the 250 bond?
Nobody.
No one? Okay. All right.
So the motion should be just for this vendor at this time, so that,
No, I think you should.
well,
Everybody agreed to change the ordinance, the way I understand it.
That's all I think.
Yeah, but the bond is just for what? I mean, is it bond for any work within the village,
Road right away, road right away.
within the road right away?
yeah, yeah. So really, what is the motion then if,
That's where the problems have came up.
They're agreeing to bring that ordinance in next meeting to go.
I don't think we're gonna have a motion.
there's no motion? I mean, is there anybody that's opposed to the legislation
No.
coming on?
That's all you need.
That's all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
You want me to just prepare it for council as a whole?
yes.
Okay.
okay, okay.
Make it for today.
I thought it was odd when I wrote it down and then it,
Okay.
okay. And then a motion to, I don't even know what I wrote now. A motion for the election of additional work up to $1,800 for Brian France.
Yeah, it's already under his agreement that we approved,
75.
1875.
Up to $1,875.
Yeah, just clarifying for him that we're approving that additional work.
Okay. Motion by McGrail
Second.
and a second by Wyman. Any other discussion? All in favor? All opposed? That motion is carried. The demolition of the classroom portion of Kunkel. I am at this point now. Is there a motion to continue forward with demolishing the classroom portion only?
So moved.
Motion by Mosley, second by McGrail. All in favor? All opposed? That motion is carried. I will let the land bank know that we want to go forward with that. And I'll keep you updated on them.
Do we want Martin to try to get some estimates on the utility side of it, or?
It's just going to be electric and gas,
Yeah, all right.
just to make sure that the heat remains. I think that whoever purchases that property will probably still want those buildings. They do have value, so I'd like to keep the heat in both buildings. Okay, the next thing, the last thing that does anybody have anything else for new business? Okay.
The only question I have is when we started discussion last meeting on the library building. Do we have any more thoughts on that?
No,
or-
and I dropped the ball. I was supposed to get with you guys about a work session date, and May is very complicated with end of school and things. So, do you guys want to set a date for a work session on all of the buildings that the village owns to have a discussion? I mean, the library building is just a small portion of that. You have this building in Kunkel, the fire department,
Maybe we
police
should do
department.
it next meeting when Jessica's back, and Kelly
Okay.
might want to be here.
And then set up a meeting. Okay.
Because then things will be cleared up and then it'll be,
Yeah, it was, like, I knew Kelly was going on vacation. I wasn't sure, with when Jessica would be out. And I just it got away from me on setting a date for that, but, just right now, I did send an email to Chris and Darren both and asked them not to go forward with doing anything else to the library building at this time, pending a conversation, you know, and that we're gonna have a workshop on it at some point in time. It wouldn't be fair to them to have them continue putting any more work into the building. I know that some wallpaper has been stripped and maybe some...
It's all painted and everything.
So it's been painted, so it wouldn't be fair to them to have them do any more work if council wants to do something different with it at this point in time. I've had a lot of feedback from council members, and they were supportive of that verbally to me, so...
That's the reason I was asking. I don't want to see them putting more time and money into the building.
Yeah, yeah.
Decide what we want to do.
So, okay. So we'll just wait for the two of them to come back, and then we'll set
Should wait till the first meeting in June and see where everybody's at.
Do you guys want to do a formal motion for, I mean, because I just issued, you know, an order for them through me to stop the work with the library building. Do you want to issue a formal stop from council, so that, because you were the ones that issued the release for them to use the building, so I think it would be right for council to halt that. I just didn't want them to go in there this week and do work on it, or move everything in there this week.
Oh, no, Tuesday morning after last council meeting, I already told Darren to stop.
Okay. It just, to me, it wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, we're not gonna blow a bunch of our money.
And it seemed like, you know, when I talked to everybody here after the last council meeting, they said the same. They don't want any more work done until we have a solid plan. We can't keep going back and forth with it.
So you're saying before council made a formal motion to
Yes,
grant the building to that?
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that
I made it.
Jamie
Okay.
made that motion. And so I feel like if that's what council really wants to do, then council should rescind that.
Well, I'll make the motion that we,
Don't do anything.
that we halt any, you know, future work on the library from the BPA water department until we have
We're
this.
going to compensate them for the work they've already done now that we're pulling the carpet out from under.
Good.
We can do that too.
Well, that's what the discussion needs to be.
Well, why don't we wait until, figure out what we're gonna do with it, because they might end up having it. Don't even know at this point.
Right.
Until we have this work session.
Yeah,
So I would make the motion just to halt.
just to stop work until further order of council, really. Is there a second on that?
Second.
A second by Mosley.
I'm not scared.
I know it took you a while.
I got three other guys over there that are just...
They got laryngitis.
They're scared.
He just wanted to give everybody else the
They're
opportunity.
scared. I made the motion and I'll pull it back. I don't care. Gotta move forward. Gotta quit sitting around.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is carried. Okay. All right, where was I here? Last thing I have is a motion to move into executive session to discuss the employment and compensation of a public employee, inviting mayor, council, and solicitor.
So moved. I'll make the motion.
Motion by
Second.
Radka, and I second by Mosley. Okay, a roll call.
Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Lanning?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
Mr. Radke?
Yep.
Okay, before we adjourn to executive session, are there any additional public remarks? All right, we will adjourn into executive session, and I don't know what's gonna happen when we come out. I have,
So there
nope.
may be action.
There may be action. I don't know. Okay. I'll take that upstairs.
Well, that's when they were trying to put the engine...
I'll make the motion, we
reconvene.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, so,
What is it, 8:17?
and you made the
Yes.
second? All in, well, no, wait, roll call. Okay, Mr. Bond?
Yes.
Mr. McGrail?
Yes.
Mr. Lyman?
Yes.
Mr. Radka?
Yes.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes.
5 ayes and 0 nays. All right, we are reconvened at what time?
8:17.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Aye.
All right, a motion by Mr. Bond and a second by Mr. Liming. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned at 8:18. Thanks, everybody.